Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Mark Hubert with My Front Range Living, and today I have some fantastic news for you. I am joined by my friend Kelly Elson with U.S. Bank. Thanks for coming on board, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
A lot of stuff going on in the mortgage industry right now. Specifically, right now, we're going to speak about VA lending and kind of how to sort through some of the madness that is entailed with that. There's a lot of questions about that, especially with the military community and how they can best execute their benefits in that capacity. So, Kelly, talk to me. You and I had discussed a little bit. What the biggest benefit is the fact that you can get 100% funding on these loans. Yeah,
that's correct.
Okay.
Yes, you can. If you're, for example, if your purchase price is $400,000, you can have your loan amount at $400,000 with the VA program. It's called 100% loan to value.
Okay,
that's correct.
That's awesome. Okay, so is there any benefit in having a down payment versus 100% funding?
Yeah, I mean, as you put more money down, then you've obviously got some equity in the home, but it's not a requirement. You can finance 100%. So if you've got, say $30,000 in the bank account, you certainly can, but it's not required.
Okay,
so.
Okay, and there's a lot of conversation too about my credit's this, my credit's that. Does the VA have special requirements for their credit scores?
It's kind of a sliding scale. There's no real magic number that you have to be over. They do. I can tell you that they'll go lower than a traditional, like a conventional.
Okay.
So you basically run it through the system, and I've seen it go through as low as 580, 590. U.S. Bank, we try to have it be above 600 if possible. But again, basically we just type the application into the system and you run it through the computer. It's called AUS, and the system kind of lets us know yay or nay.
Okay.
But yeah, as a general rule of thumb, 600 and up is ideal. But it's a lot lower than say conventional. Conventional sometimes can bottom out at 620 or 640.
I was going to say 600 is well below industry average.
Yes,
I think it's like that 640 that threshold you were talking about. Yeah,
yes.
for sure. No,
yep.
I get it. So one thing that we had also discussed was the funding fee with a VA loan. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So the VA funding fee, it's not a bank fee, it's not a title company fee, it is actually from the VA itself, and it helps that program continue on so that other veterans can participate in the 100% financing. So the VA funding fee, it's a percentage of the loan amount, and it depends on if it's the first time you've ever used a VA loan or if it's called subsequent use, if you've used it in the past and now you're using a second or a third VA loan. So it's a percentage of the loan amount, but the nice thing about the funding fee is you can finance it into the loan. So in that example, if you have a $400,000 purchase, your loan amount is $400,000 and you can roll that funding fee into the loan. So now you could be like $405,000 on the loan amount, so you're actually above the purchase price of the home.
Okay, so with that, would the home have to appraise at that new value, or?
The VA appraisals, they take that into consideration. So they basically are just going to go off of the purchase price and not really take into consideration the funding fee.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay, Speaking of appraisals, do you find that the VA appraisal process is a little more stringent than, say, a conventional or an FHA?
I think that's fair, yeah. With FHA and VA, the appraisers are a little bit more picky, if you will, just because of the, they call it less skin in the game. So since you have a less, VA, you can have 100% financing,
right.
So you're not putting any down payment. FHA is very low. You only have to have 3.5% into the game.
Oh.
So since there's less skin in the game, then yeah, they sometimes are a little bit more picky on their appraisals because they want that value to be there.
I know on my side, like the inspection process tends to be a little more stringent, what
Correct.
They're looking for, to the point where, they have to have different required inspections that aren't required of anybody else. So
exactly.
I know that's kind of a big deal. So you had also mentioned that there's, I forget the name of the program, forgive me, but U.S. Bank has a program specifically for veterans that they can use with the VA loan?
It's actually with our FHA and our VA. It's called the First Step Program, and what that means is it's a 1-year buy down of your interest rate. So say, for example, you're buying a home and your interest rate, we've quoted you 4.25%.
Okay.
The bank will pay a fee on your behalf, will buy down your rate for the first year from the 4.25% down to 3.25%. So for the first year that you're in your home, your payment is actually less because it's based off the 3.25%, and then after a year it just reverts to the 4.25%. And again, we pay that fee on your behalf, and it's kind of nice. It helps you get established into the home. It helps have that shock. Reduces the shock where your payment's a little bit lower, and then again after a year your payment kind of reverts to the normal level based on the 4.25%. So that's a program specific to U.S. Bank. It's called the First Step. It's a wonderful program, and there's no catches. People are always like, "What's the catch?" There's no catch. We buy down the rate for you down to the 3.25% in that example, and then after a year it just reverts back.
That's fantastic, especially awesome. I mean, when you consider that the PCS time frame can be that 3 years, that 3 to 4 year time frame.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, and you're only paying the full interest rate for the 2 or 3 years,
Right.
on top of getting that equity value year over year. That's a great program.
It's
So
a
is
great
that
program.
nationwide? Is that specific to Colorado Springs?
It's nationwide, anywhere there's a U.S. bank, yes.
Wow, that's fantastic. So you could help them even when they go to the next place as well.
That's correct, yes.
That's great to hear. Hey, everybody, once again, thanks for tuning in. Kelly Elson over here at U.S. Bank. We will have his contact information in the comments below, so check him out if you have any questions. But if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Mark Hubert, My Front Range Living. Thanks for checking in. We appreciate it. Have a great day.